Hello everyone, welcome back to another video and welcome back to my Sichuan pepper or Chinese pepper bonsai tree that I have shown in previous videos. In today's video I want to work on this tree again a bit. Last time when I showed it, it was at a point where I previously had repotted it when I got it into my home because it was in very dense soil at that point. So I did switch the soil to a more airy just mixture, and since then it has established itself better in the pot. I can see a lot of new growth since then, so it definitely seems to do quite well at the way it is. So what I want to do today is, as I said, work on it a bit, just some minor improvements I would say, because last time I did not take out a lot of the stumps, for example, that you can see down here from when I wired it and reshaped the form. We also have this very big stump up here. Let me see, from this side probably you see a bit better. So this stump up here, that was actually when it was created in whatever nursery it comes from, it was cut here, basically the tree, to then have it branch out and create a bonsai. So definitely it's time also to get rid of this stub. It has calloused over quite nicely, so I would say it has died back already enough for me to cut it out here. And there's some smaller cuts that I did last time that I just want to clean now that they have dried out. So I would say let's start right away with probably the bigger stub here. Of course, when we look at it, at the overall shape, so I would say this here is the front, because when we look at it from the other side, it's not as open here. So a lot of growth, of course, deliberately left on here to just fill it out in the back. But that by nature makes this more the front of the tree, as you can see just the trunk way better from this side. So we have to decide how to cut it in a way that it fits this front. So I would say somehow like this to give it more of this curvature that I'm trying to get here in it. So that is how I'm going to cut it. So we go in here, I try to stabilize it so it doesn't jump out of the pot. The Sichuan pepper is quite a hard wood tree, so you need some force for it to cut through actually. I always leave a couple of millimeters basically still on it in case there is some new dieback. I don't want it to affect the rest of the tree and then losing this branch here. So I will leave it like this, maybe clean out just the surrounding a bit to give it a bit of a more round shape already, but not too much work on this stump at the moment. Then, as I said, down here we have some smaller stumps also. So for example here, one where actually there was a branch coming off, which really made it look weird because you could see nothing from the original trunk actually, or in the original design you couldn't see anything. So I took this one out. I also took one out higher up here that we can now clean a bit better still. Then in the back here, I'm not sure if you can see it, there's like a tiny tanuki that I tried to do. So a little stump that I left on, that I took the bark off, that you can see here. So I will leave this one on for the moment in case I will keep it. Right now I'm actually quite happy with the way it looks. Then up here actually we also have still the rest of a branch that I took out that is a bit hard to reach from here. So let me just turn around the tree. I think from here it should be easier to get in there. Still not fully, but we're getting there. So one more. Good. So we also took that one out. There's also one down here. So let me clean that off right away too. Good, there's also a bit of moss growing actually up here, which I don't want on the trunk too much. Then we have some dieback here that I just can pick off by hand. So the overall shape of the tree I'm actually quite happy with until now. To give you an overview, this is how it looks. The only thing I've noticed, a lot of new growth up here, which I want to already now improve a bit, because as you can see, it is basically just one branch. So I wanted to branch out a bit more. That is why I will cut it down to 1 or 2 leaf pairs here. Hopefully will branch out then from this point to also fill up this part then better in the future. Here there is, maybe it's a bit too cluttered here. I'm not fully sure yet if I will keep this one in the long term. Right now I will keep it, let it grow out here. If it grows in this direction, filling in the pad nicely here, that of course will look nice in the future. There is some smaller growth very close to the trunk, so I will take this one out. Also in the back, as I can see, there's some hanging that we will take out just to clean it a bit up. There's still some dead leaves that we can take out. So the trunk definitely looks cleaner now. As I said, I will leave some of the stump here still so it can callus over again. Probably will go in with a concave cutter at a later point, clean it out a bit better. Then here, still the stump, I'm not fully happy with it. I think now I can actually reach it, yes. Yes, definitely better. And there's also a smaller one up here still that we're also gonna take out to really have a nice shape and work on a nice shape in the future. Of course, it also helps the taper quite nicely. So we have a thickening trunk that tapers out quite nicely to the top of the tree. We have a strong side branch here, another strong side branch of this on this side. So in general, I'm very happy with the shape of this tree. But of course, there's always smaller things to improve, especially now during growth season. But giving you just a small overview again of the overall shape of the tree. And I think for now, we will leave it at that and have it enjoy the rest of the growth season. See if it will branch out from here. On this side, it's branching out quite nicely. So it's really just about developing here also some nice branch structure in the future, and the rest I'm quite happy with at the moment. So I think we will leave it at that for today. If you have any questions about the tree, of course, feel free to leave them in the comments. I will get to answer them as soon as I see them, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.